I want to tell you the story of why I never wear a cross around my neck. Not long after my divorce, probably 20 years ago, I was a guy that always wore a gold chain and a cross at just the right height where the chain would come right here and you could see the gold cross right about here. I didn't have to unbutton my shirt anymore, just two buttons and you could see the cross. It was like a look that I liked, plus I liked the cross. So it was a sign of faith, and it was a nice chain, so it was fashionable and such. Faith and fashion just don't go hand in hand. They really don't. So I just want to give you a little reminder of that. The story goes like this. I'm out at a club and I meet this gal. Literally, eyes across the club, see her, eye contact, like that. She immediately smiles at me. I smile back. And that was kind of like my cue. I went over and just said, "Hi, I'm George." And she says, "Hi, I'm so-and-so." And I said, "This band is really good tonight. I'm really enjoying them. We should go out and dance. Come on." And I just put out my hand, and she took my hand, and I led her out. As I led her out to the dance floor in front of the band, they went to kind of a slow dance. And I'm like, oh. So it was like, there was like no chance there was no warming up, so to speak. And it was instant escalation because she just literally put one hand on my shoulders and was just looking at me, and we were chit-chatting. Not a lot of talking, it was just chit-chat. And then during one part, she just kind of like rested her head on me here. My luck that night was 3 slow dances in a row. And the last song was the song by Wildflower. She's a Lady or something like that. Do you remember that? And I'll never forget the guy saying, "Guys, if you can't get lucky after this song, there's something wrong with you." And I started laughing. She started laughing. At the end of 3 dances, it was like, we didn't have a table to go back to because we were both standing when we started. And I just kissed her at that point. And she stayed there and enjoyed it. And we just kind of came up for air, and I said, "You want to go outside and get some fresh air?" That was one of my lines. There's an old guy behind the car here, walking with a walker. That's a great line. "Want to go outside and get some fresh air?" So we went outside and got some fresh air. Talked. It wasn't so loud and whatever. Got to know each other, whatever. Went back in, did a few more like faster dances with the band, and it was late. I was tired. I'm an early riser. I wasn't about to do anything. So I said, "I think we should see each other sometime." And she says, "I agree. That would be fun." I said, "All right." I pulled out my phone. And I said, "Give me your number. I'm going to text you right now. And then you put my name in your phone." Did that. Texted her. She goes, "Great. There you are. George. George." I said, "Okay." So next day I texted her, "Really great to meet you. I think we should get together this weekend sometime." And we did. Obviously, there was instant attraction. I didn't know anything about her at that point. Obviously, it's 100% physical, 100% visual, 100% sexual. And ended up consummating that meeting physically, sexually, and became like a little buddy. Wasn't like a girlfriend or anything like that. I was kind, I was a gentleman, she was a lady. That was it. It was two consenting adults. I will never forget one time I'm with her. What kept me with her was that she had a pretty banging body. And I was just a lusty guy. A lusty man. One time we were at her place and just about getting ready to make love. Can I just be frank with you for a second? Usually I'm George, but I'm going to be frank. And I'm on top of her, And she's closing her eyes, and she's making all kinds of sounds, and she's enjoying it. Her legs are up in the air. You know, I don't want to get too graphic. And I'm not really making eye contact with her. And as I looked down, the cross that I always wore around my neck, literally, here's my phone charging cord, was dangling in her mouth. You know the sounds that ladies make. My cross was dangling in her mouth. Like that. And every now and then she would go, just like put it aside. Long story short, I said, hold on a second. Took the cross off, put it on the nightstand, took the chain off, and finished the deed. And that led to, you know, several months of me not wearing that cross again. To the point where even the sight of the cross in my home, the sight of a cross, made me feel embarrassed and ashamed, because I feel like I dishonored my Lord because of lust. And I couldn't open up a Bible. I couldn't look at any icons. I couldn't pray. And at that point, I made a commitment that I will never, ever wear a cross around my neck again until I am married. Then the cross can dangle in my wife's mouth. Just kidding on that part. But you understand what I'm saying. And I will never give a cross or a religious Christian symbol to a woman ever again. Ever again. I have been gifted everything from crosses to rosaries to all kinds of symbols of the Christian faith. And I can't touch them. I can't touch them. It's almost like a vampire, you know, who gets touched, you know, with a cross, and it burns the skin. It burns! Can't do it. Won't do it. It was only in the past few years that I could even wear a cross, and I still won't do it. And I don't want to mock the Lord. Only in the past couple years have I been able to actually have icons and the windows to heaven in my life and visible in my videos, as I am increasingly honoring Christ with my words, my language, my behavior, and such. And that is the story of why I cannot wear a cross. Where does that lead us to? Ladies, if you are Christian and you are fornicating, you are to have no crosses, icons, religious symbols, prayer books in your possession. It's a mockery. You're mocking God. And this is what the scripture talks about when it says that ladies need to have self-control. And this is where women don't have self-control. Men, have you ever banged a woman and she has a cross above her bed, and you're doing your thing and you get a glimpse of the cross? That makes you feel good now, doesn't it? And men, same thing. The only place where your semen should be going is in your wife. Period. Your woman's breasts and vagine are made for procreation first and pleasure second. Proverbs talks about rejoice in the wife of your youth. May her breasts always bring you joy, and may you be intoxicated with her love. Proverbs says that. I found myself for years intoxicated with the breasts of women who were not my wife. And I'm sorry to the Lord. And it hurts me to think that I have dishonored my Lord, and I continued to do that for a while. So, men and women, how do we be faithful to God? I'm going to say it again. We honor God with our actions and our words, but actions first. You can say all you want. I hope to honor God someday with my wife, and if that day doesn't happen, I just hope to honor God. And I wish that for you as well. And I care about you, and I give a damn about you. That's why I say these things. And I hope you don't have to go through some of the things that I did. This is for the men and the women. Thanks for watching.